Morning, everyone. Happy Monday morning to you. This is Ty Diaz. We are taking today off to work out some tech bugs so that we can give you the best show possible. Take a look at yesterday's special Sunday, Monday edition of Vail Daily Live. Brazzo was at the Vail Farmers Market. If you missed yesterday's Farmers Market, don't worry. It happens every Sunday. We'll be back tomorrow morning, Tuesday, with Trisha in the studio. I'll be in the field. You'll also have Ken Hovey down in Eagle. Have a great day. Enjoy Vail Daily Live, and we'll see you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another installment of Vail Daily Live for Sunday, the 18th of July. My name is Ty Diaz. Good morning to you. A different start to the morning here in Eagle County and in Avon. Definitely had some of the flat light start for this hour, these last few days. But as I look outside of the Vail Daily windows in the Vail Daily Live studios here, seeing that sunshine on top of these trees in Eagleville area over the Eagleville Golf Course. Is this the time of the morning for you to get out and do that run? Well, we certainly do appreciate you tuning in with the show while you're out there with your four-legged friends on that bike ride, taking that walk, that stroll, that cool breeze, taking advantage of the temperatures this start of the day. We certainly also look forward to you engaging with us and sharing with us your content. You can do so, viewer content submissions, by visiting us on vaildailylive.com/submit. We would like to see what you and your family are discovering, or how you're spending your time together out in nature, outside, or maybe if you've adopted a pet and added someone new to your family. We would love to know that and share your story with us. Today on the show, we're going to be sharing a lot of detail and out in the field. Some of your favorites are with us today. We have Brazzo over at Vail, and we'll be checking in with him and learning what's going on in Vail this morning for the start of the day, as well as learning what's going on with him with the future pathways. But if you're looking at today's show and wondering what content and getting your friends woken up and plugged into Vail Daily Live as well, we're doing a special Sunday, Monday edition of Vail Daily Live, as we are going to be sorting out some technical bugs to bring ourselves up to the next level to give you more successful shows. So we will not be live tomorrow. You might catch this very episode on a replay, or shall I say today, if we're doing a Sunday, Monday, just to kind of play with the future right there. Brazzo again live, as I shared with you, will be at Vail Village. And we also have Vail Jazz Topics with Trisha Swenson, speaking with the chair member of Bravo, Howard, with Vail Jazz, and with Mr. Howard Stone. Also, we'll be taking a look at upcoming events up and down the valley, sharing with you how the weather is looking for your Sunday today and the next couple of days, as well as the Vail Daily headlines and seeing what made topics and news for you. But over at Vail right now, 7:02 in the morning, we do have Brazzo walking around. It's always really cool to walk around Vail Village. Brazzo, good morning to you this time of the morning. You're doing a mixture of where's the sun? Should I start the opening set of Vail Daily Live in the sun? Am I in the shade? There's so much of it this time of the morning. How are you this morning, Brazzo?
I'm doing fantastic, Ty. Good to see you, boss. How are things with you and Rachel in the studio? You guys having fun, having coffee already, or not yet?
We are not alone. We have someone in the studio with us. What is your name? We have someone named Blake who's here to just kind of look at what's happening behind the scenes and maybe point out some things as we are having that special edition Sunday, Monday Vail Daily Live, this brand new show. In case you're just tuning in, we're almost 2 months in of this new program. And so we're calling on an additional team to take us to the next level. But where you are, what's going on? Who's around you?
Well, right now, it's just me and me. No more. I'm here at the bottom of the Gondola 1 in Vail. Vail is waking up. The people start cleaning up. Some people start walking their dogs, but it's very, very quiet. I'm very excited about the summer farmers market. They have it happens every Sunday. People start setting up. I'm going to start walking in a little bit and try to discover what jewels are hidden in that market. We have local producers. We have Colorado handcraft, food, all kinds of awesomeness. So I'm going to go and check out for you guys and show you what's up. And hopefully later on, you guys can come in and discover. And then we can also talk weather. We can talk about what's going on in the valley a little bit. So it's going to be a fun show, I think, Ty.
You're absolutely right. You know, I've spent years doing programs live in locations like where you're standing, wintertime, summertime, Brazzo. I also find myself early in the mornings, and it hasn't stopped. I tend to just turn around and look at the mountain for movement. And Ken Hovey spends a lot of time out there on the trails early in the morning for the show like this in Beaver Creek, and he tends to point out that he sees deer, that he might see a cyclist going by, someone running like you're mentioning, or moose has been the big talk. So while you're out there, Bravo, be sure to pay attention to nature, because right there, you probably are not alone and by yourself. There's probably someone out there watching you, watching us here on Vail Daily Live. So share that with us if you notice anything. How does it feel, though? Because you're in the shade. I know it could be really chilly this morning, and you are wearing a jacket and some layers.
Yeah, well, it feels a little, let me bring the weather to you, courtesy of Better Ridge, since they've been in fine watches and jewelry since 1897. Wow, so if you want to buy a good watch and have the expertise or a jewel, definitely you want to know these guys, because they know what they're doing. They are located at the Solaris. We're going to be walking around there for a little bit. It feels a little cold, but it's just the normal weather in the mountains right now. We're going to have lows as 50s, and we're going to go in high 70s and mid 80s later on the high side. I feel like it's going to be a gorgeous weather today. It feels good. I just wear the jacket just in case. It's a little chill, but I can definitely lose it at any time now. It feels great. It feels a little warmer than yesterday. Beaver Creek was raining a little bit, cloudy. It was kind of cold, but today it feels good. It feels good. It feels like this jacket is going to be, I'm going to leave it somewhere.
That does happen. Brazzo, you're in a sweet spot, especially for this time of the morning. Usually about 7:30, leading up to 7:30, you'll find cyclists, bike patrol on the mountain. Much like in the wintertime, we have ski patrols setting up and doing some staging points on the mountain. They'll get the first ride up on that gondola where you're standing, making their locations and clearing the trails every day. And it's always fun to see those guys doing wheelies and just waiting for the gondola to start running to get them moving. So if you see anyone over there, that's who those guys are, if you're wondering what's going on. But there's also, like you mentioned, a lot of jogging going on through there. And people with bikes. And then I love when we're out there in the morning and people are curiously walking by asking us, what are you doing? Because they see us with a camera, us just standing there. So keep an eye out for those things as you also look for the developments of the Vail Farmers Market. So is that your first time out there on a Sunday morning?
In Vail, yes. I normally in Beaver Creek or Avon or Edwards also at the Riverwalk, but this is the first time I'm in Vail this early. It's very quiet here. It's some cleaning up. Some people are working. But it feels great. I love this time of the morning, man. It's just this time of the day. It just feels good. You breathe this super clean air. It feels amazing. It's really charging your energy, And you see the sun. You see that skier there trying to get some speed right behind me. It feels great. It feels good. It feels good to be awake here. I'm gonna turn the camera a little bit slowly so you can see how the sun is shining on the other side of the mountain. The views are great and dramatic. I love it.
It's fantastic looking at the north side of the highway there, also capturing the Red Lion that's been there since the beginning of Vail. Stories about Bridge Street in Vail. That used to be the hostel. It used to be the jail. It used to be the hospital, you name it. I remember watching, I was in Florida the summer of 2006. I was a little homesick from being at Vail. I was doing some house sitting, and I went on to TV Land in Brazzo. Keep that shot right there if you don't mind. Perfect, panning around like that. I was watching TV Land, and I'm like, man, I'm really missing Vail, but I was asked to stay a little bit longer house sitting, and all of a sudden there was an episode from 1977, Charlie's Angels. The episode was called Terror on the Slopes, and the girls chased the bad guys right here in front of the Red Lion there, and the original fountain of Vail, and that's where they captured him. So whenever I see that perfect view right there, it reminds me of the early days of Vail and that episode of Charlie's Angels. You're watching Vail Daily Live. Brazzo is over in Vail, and we're going to be sharing with you what's happening over there, and you're going to find the farmers market and more details about Vail Daily Live and what's happening this Sunday morning. We'll be right back.
Berkshire Hathaway Home Services for real estate. Where do we begin? For checklists and for wish lists. For tour after tour after tour. For, is this the one? Or let's just see one more. For closing, finally closing. Your forever agent will be there for all of it. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, for you, for life.
Welcome back to Vail Daily Live. My name is Ty Diaz. A big weekend happening up and down the valley, and some events ended yesterday. Some continue today, and of those events, Xterra. And let's take a look, as it's our top story in today's newspaper. Let's take a look at the Vail Daily right now. And what we're seeing here as the cover photo, Samantha Kingsford rounds a corner during the mountain bike leg of Saturday's women's elite race at Xterra Beaver Creek. Kingsford finished first in the women's elite race, which returned to Avon and Beaver Creek after a year hiatus. Xterra began in Maui back in 1996. It was a mountain bike race, trail run, open swim in the ocean that really just kind of caught on to the off-road triathlon world and made its way into Beaver Creek. And now you find beginners and some of the pros like Josiah Middaugh, Porter and Sullivan, his sons, local families taking to this terrain. And here's some of the events capturing in today's newspaper. The stakes were high. $15,000 in U.S. Cash prize was up for the grabs. And there was also 51 spots in the Xterra World Championships for the amateurs to make their way to Maui for the championships for the top finishers. And that's one of today's top stories. Moving along into our Vail Daily, small town, big fun. We're talking Gypsum Days. Meredith was broadcasting from down there yesterday. A big event that had a car show. There was the jalapeno eating contest. You also had the opportunity to meet the mayor. There was donations during the pancake breakfast going towards a good cause. But it was all day, there was daily events going on, all day events for families and kids to get out and have a good time as well. And yesterday, things kicked off with a 5K. You can find out more about what happened locally with Gypsum Days when you check out the local and regional portion of today's Vail Daily, page A2. Other top stories, the new Eagle County rummage sale returns in August. This is a lot of fun. The Vulnerable event has been a hallmark of Vail life for decades. And, the Vail area, very young and new, from Vail all the way down to Eagle and Gypsum, as far as a town, and even for the size that we are, just about 60 or so years new, especially, again, for the people who live here. Most of this area began as farm country and private family land, but there's a lot of things that's been happening event-wise that we do call for tradition, or has been going on for decades. And that's some of the headlines that you can find in today's Vail Daily. You can also look for things for sale, rummage sales, and top events in some of the classified sections. You can post information about your business if you're hiring or if you have any deals or sales. And and you can also check your horoscope. And someone actually asked me about Sudoku. I'm not one that plays that, but sometimes you can find games like that in today's Vail Daily. And what happens when you find the Sudoku? You tear it out of the newspaper, you leave that paper behind, and then someone else finds a newspaper, and Sudoku is missing. I think that's pretty hilarious when I see the newspaper. Where did it go? All right, so viewer content, we always look forward to your submissions. We look for that with the hashtag Vail Daily Live, either on Instagram or on our webpage for this show, vaildailylive.com/submit. That's the locations, two locations where you can do so. Let's take a look at some of our most recent submissions. And usually we find really cute, healthy, fun things like, well, here's a bunny and here's a doggy. And, on the viewer side, if you care to comment, guess what's happening in this picture. There's other things going on in the picture, but it looks like these two are the best of friends. But I think the bunny is a new addition to the family. And I understand that there's some sharing of this bunny at a 4-H as far as a competition for cutest bunny rabbit at a 4-H event. And I think that's happening in Fargo. But the other submissions, and we love seeing this, and so it's really, I'm impressed with my friends, and impressed with you too for having the eye to notice nature, some of the wildflowers out there. And when you're on these trails and these hikes, some of these things we might just dismiss and walk by, but we also have someone in the group who lags behind that's taking pictures for shares like these. And if you have any images you care to share with Vail Daily Live, it's easy to do so by visiting our website, vaildailylive.com/submit. You can also do so on the Instagram. There we also look for your content as well. If you're out at a special event, a concert, dining, a function, and having a great time even on the river. And because you submit those there, you can also tell us a brief story of what those the contents of your images are about, and that will be our indicator that you gave us permissions for shares. Speaking of sharing, Brazzo is walking around Vail Village. He's hoping to find the Vail Farmers Market starting up. And I'm not sure what you guys know about the Vail Farmers Market. And Brazzo, you've been in the Valley for a long time. The Vail Farmers Market, celebrating 20 years. A long time ago, it started out as just a few tables over at Vail, but has grown to the reputation of Colorado's largest farmers market. I enjoy going there. A lot of us return there every year. What are you finding in development so far this morning?
Well, people still setting up. It's busy right now. You can see behind me, the sun is shining. Weather is sweet. That's my tagline. That's my tagline.
You're quoting Bob Marley. You're quoting Bob Marley. I know it, dude. I know that song.
Heard about that guy. So yeah, we're here. We'll start setting up. This man here is gonna set up some products. Look like, what do we have here? What you guys are setting up?
Pardon?
What you guys are selling here?
We have all vegetables and peaches.
Peaches and vegetables.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Tomatoes. We have all kinds of stuff.
All kinds of awesome. Yeah. Early people start setting up, getting ready for today. What's that?
Back later.
We're gonna come back in a little bit and try one of those peaches. See if it's real. Look at the sun shining behind us. People's getting ready. Start a lot of movement now behind us and all around Solaris. Better Reach is there, and the weather is great, man. Now that I'm walking in the sun, Ty, it feels amazing. Feels really good.
I don't know. Everything you say sounds like you're quoting pop songs from the 80s and the 90s. Your phrasing's right there. I've got tunes in my head. And what's really cool, speaking of tunes in our head, Brazzo, where you're standing at Solaris, Vail Jazz are offering some free shows today that you can take right there in that Solaris Plaza. But 141 East Meadow Drive, if you're using your GPS to find the farmers market and to find live music today. At 6:30 this evening, we have Joe Smith and the Spicy Pickles taking the stage right there. At 5:30, it opens up with the Colorado Student Band Showcase, the UNC Jazz Quintet, directed by Stephen Kevelchek. I'm finding this in today's newspaper. You can find a full view of Vail Jazz and the lineup, but you can find free music, live music right there where you're standing, Brazzo. When you go to the farmer's market, what do you and your family look for?
Well, food. I'm all about food. So it's always is this guy that sells this awesome gelato right in this corner right here by the International Bridge. He normally set up here. Hopefully he's still coming and he's still getting the same spot. But, you can also get some good corn, some organic produce straight from our local Colorado farmers. And sweets, man. Sweets from the Alpenrose used to put a little booth with, strudels and these coconut macaroons, and they're fantastic. So,
the Alpenrose has a sign right down the street from where you are right there on their patio, kind of leaned against some of the brush in the lawn and their fencing. It says that they are hiring. So if you're watching the show and you know someone that should be working or needs a job right now, send them to the Alpenrose. I love seeing the Alpenrose right there. And Brazzo, if you turn back around the other way to your left, International Bridge, let me share with you some of my favorite finds. There you'll find some food like you're mentioning looking for, but more prepared to dine right there on the spot. Kirby Cosmos is one of my favorites. Zero discipline when it comes to portions, and me out there in Kirby Cosmos. I think to get a pulled pork sandwich, something small. No, I normally get like a half rack, full rack of ribs, and then I'm hanging out on International Bridge, just mowing on some food. And when it's time to wash it down, start sipping at the 10th Mountain Whiskey tent, just 2 more tents over from Kirby Cosmos, right there where you're standing.
Very nice, very nice.
Do you guys eat lunch out there with your family when you go there? Do you eat there?
Yeah. Absolutely. We love to dig and learn about all the restaurants and see what they offer. And it's just, we are in such an amazing place, and you can really get some fine dining, some amazing food, some amazing experiences. It's a lot more of the experience, right? They The waiters are very knowledgeable. That it's just always one step above and beyond your expectations here at Vail, for sure. And you want to talk weather, Ty? How you feel?
Hey, go for it, man, because it looks really bright and sunny where you are. And so, I mean, this weather that Brazzo is going to share with you is coming from the town of Avon, the heart of the valley. Here's a look at the weather from Brazzo.
Yeah, looks fantastic. Blue skies, no one cloud in the sky. It's just beautiful and sunny. We're gonna be right on the low 80s and mid 50s on the low. So it's gonna be a great day out there. Come outside, play, visit the market. We're gonna have clear skies and beautiful weather. So perfect day to enjoy the family. Sunday, fun day. Town of Avon, the heart of the valley. Go walk the lake. Go check it out. And it's gonna be a little quiet waters today after the Xterra, hopefully. But yeah, beautiful day. Come outside and play. We're gonna
Thank you very much, Brazzo. That's a look at the weather for you there over at Vail. And as you can see, a gorgeous sunny day where you can find the Vail Farmers Market. You can also find live music being shared with you through Vail Jazz this evening. And Trisha Swenson had the opportunity to speak with one of the board of directors of the Vail Jazz. He's the chair, known as Howard Stone. Let's take a look at this interview right now.
We're here with Howard Stone with the 27th annual Vail Jazz Festival returning this summer. And Howard, we're so excited that this festival is back, and it's back in full swing this year after the pandemic kind of altered your schedule a bit last year.
Did it ever? But we're back big time. I mean, we pulled out all the stops. If you would have asked me 8-10 weeks ago, was the festival going to go on, I'd go, no chance. But we got this strong, mighty crew, and we put together an amazing summer celebration of jazz.
Yeah, and so basically we're going to be doing Thursday nights, Vail Jazz at Arabelle Square, Vail Square, and then Sundays we'll have our Sunday evening concerts, and this is all in advance of the big Jazz Labor Day party on Labor Day weekend.
That's right, and you know, Vail Jazz started 27 years ago over Labor Day, and it was such a hit that we started getting people who were here in July and August saying, hey, I heard about this, but we're never here Labor Day. We go home for the kids or whatever. So we said, well, let's start doing things in August. And then we started moving forward. And now it starts early in July and we go through Labor Day.
Yeah, and the Thursday edition is awesome. We are here at the Vail Square at the Arabelle, and just behind us, you've got this covered tent, and this will stay here all summer long.
All summer, yeah. And that's, you know, outdoors, summertime, you want to do it, but we also get rain.
Yeah.
So this is our insurance policy, and it's a beautiful tent. You can see people very comfortably, control the sound, and we've got these amazing artists touring. We've got people coming from France, from Cuba, and great American jazz musicians. Every style of jazz, Latin, Cuban, Brazilian, big band, the American songbook, everything. It's just remarkable, week after week.
Well, I know, and the lineup's amazing. You know, anyone from Anne Hampton Callaway, Catherine Russell, the Harold Lopez Nusa Trio.
He's out of Cuba, and man, I was praying. I'm not a religious guy, but I was praying, visa, please, visa.
Oh, yes.
We got the visa, so he's going to be
good.
here.
The visa angels came through for
Yes.
this. And that's the thing, you know, you didn't really have a lot of time to plan, but we're so lucky that you've got such great connections too, Howard. I mean, you're the founder of this event.
Right.
What made you come up with this idea in the first place over 27 years ago?
If the truth be known, and it's now going to be known because I realize this is being filmed,
Secrets
on
revealed.
a February night in 1995, I drank way too much wine, and I said, I could put on a jazz festival, and that was the beginning.
Wow.
And it just started out, and there never was a plan, but now there's a very detailed plan because we've added a huge component of education to carry on the tradition of jazz with young people. Every 4th and 5th grader in Eagle County gets a jazz education from our Jazz Goes to School program with Tony Galizia. So, you know, it's now a cultural asset of the Vail Valley, and we're very proud of it.
Oh yeah, and such great talent that comes through. Your team does such a great job, and if we want to find out more,
it's vailjazz.org.
Okay, easy. But you know what? Before we go, if you're coming to one of these shows, you got to dress a little flashier than me. I'm a little boring with my 2 colors. Look at Howard, and we got to talk about the shoes.
Hey, you know,
I love it. I love it.
I have to tell you that my wife, I've surpassed my wife's closet. Let's just say that. And so maybe I'm the Imelda Marcos of Vail, but
Yes.
I'm very happy about it.
I know. Come check out the jazz, come check out the shoes. You can find it all Thursdays here at Arabelle at Vail Square, and then Sundays, just where the farmers market is, outside Solaris, and then make plans to attend the Labor Day party coming up later this summer.
When it comes to buying quality flooring for your Colorado home, there's only one store in the Vail Valley to choose from, Rugs Benedict. Having served the Vail Valley for over 40 years, you can be confident that you are working with true flooring experts. With hundreds of choices in stock and the combined buying power of 1,000 Carpet One stores, we will find incredible deals for you. Rugs Benedict offers the best selection in area rugs, hardwood flooring, carpet, and luxury vinyl, so that you can find the perfect fit to fill the beautiful space in your home or business and have it installed right away. We don't use freelancers, and neither should you. Rest assured and let our full-time staff of professionals at Rugs Benedict install your new floor with the highest quality standards and a lifetime installation guarantee. So stop by and pay us a visit at our 10,000 square foot showroom in Avon and let our team find you incredible deals and a flawless flooring experience. Because at Rugs Benedict, we know floors.
It's back. The 81st Annual Eagle County Fair and Rodeo rides into town July 21st through the 24th. Enjoy the thrill of the Great Northern Affair Carnival rides daily. Great food, live music, 4-H exhibits, and more. Plus all the action of the PRCA Pro Rodeo. Friday and Saturday nights, kick up your heels with country singing sensation Buck Ford. Don't miss the action. Get your tickets online now for the Eagle County Fair and Rodeo.
Welcome back to Vail Daily Live. My name is Ty Diaz. Thank you for tuning in with me. I know what you're thinking to yourself. Sunday morning, Monday morning, whose idea was it to just sip so much whiskey last night? Well, Old Fashioned's making a comeback. Speaking of Old Fashions, how about fly fishing? It's been around for a very long time. Let's take a look at your Vail Daily Live fly fishing report, brought to you by the Fly Fishing Outfitters. If you're making your way on out to the Eagle River today, what the fish are biting on and what they're sharing about our water levels, they're saying the water levels flows are too low to float the Eagle River. What you're looking at right now is the wade fishing opportunities, which seems really good. They're still seeing some solid hatches of caddis, pale morning duns, and yellow Sally stoneflies hatching throughout the day, starting mid mornings, and they're fishing dry hoppers, dry droppers, nymphs right now. We're talking bugs, but here's some imaging if you're looking to get that experience today, or if you're an avid fly fisherman. It's the trophy that they're holding up in these images right now. If you're making your way out to the Colorado River, according to the Fly Fishing Outfitters, the flows of the Colorado are on the rise as water is finally being released upstream of Kremling. The temperatures have also become much more favorable for insects. Caddis, pale morning duns are going to be the top water bugs of choice. Grasshoppers and black ants are all over the place, so don't forget your terrestrial box. Look at that catch right there. Is that a catch within a catch? I mean, I haven't done fly fishing like this yet. I've been in a lot of on the lawn simulator training courses while interviewing people on TV. But one day I'll get out there. Maybe you're thinking the same thing. Make an appointment, book your experience today with the Fly Fishing Outfitters. You can also check out their retail, stop by their store, ask any questions, give them a call if you'd like. But I say go ahead for yourself. Check that box on your bucket list, or build that team building experience with the Fly Fishing Outfitters and get out there and fish. But remember, take those trophy pictures, and doing fishing around here is mainly catch and release. All right, let's make some moves right now. It's still the weekend. It's still summertime. And if you're wondering where else to go up and down the valley for events, how about making our way back to Beaver Creek? Xterra weekend kicked off on Friday. We had the opportunity to speak with Josiah Middaugh and his family about being the racers in this off-road triathlon. But even on a Sunday morning, kids can still make their way, and families can make their way to Beaver Creek for Xterra. The remaining 8 a.m. until noon, you'll find here the 20K, 10K, 5K trail runs, and a free kids run and team relay that's happening in Beaver Creek this morning. You can also make your way over to Beaver Creek and find other big events by logging on to beavercreek.com. You can click the link called This Week in Beaver Creek and check out the events for all week long. So here's what we're finding right now as we're looking at Sunday. Again, there's the Xterra Trail Run for you. We just shared with you. You can always catch Helmut Fricker performing for you between 1 and 3 p.m. Such the sight. People tend to take pictures with him and stick around because Helmut's got jokes. Yes, he does. Helmut has some funny ones for you to share with you and your family, and he's not afraid to tell those Helmut jokes. I think they're more hilarious and cornier than dad jokes, honestly, but stick around for some Helmut. Then there's Fossil Passe, Billy Doran, and his dinosaur adventures. You could find him walking around and sharing with you stories about how dinosaurs roamed the planet, but not only that, but they roamed around here, and he can prove it to you from some of his finds. And those are some of the things that you can discover in Beaver Creek today and all week long. And again, find out more about events in Beaver Creek by logging on to beavercreek.com. Brazzo's walking around Vail Village, and for an early start, we're seeing some of the first vendors setting up out there, but also a cool start to just discover Vail Village in a different way before the crowds converge on this very area. Thank you, Brazzo, for these views this morning. I see that you are right by the Bridge Street area and the Vail parking structure. I know that through there, Caleb's Catch is one of the vendors right in that location, as well as Hooked, where you can find some of their really good foods and steaks. What are you seeing going on? You shed a layer, Brazzo.
Right now, yes, man, it's getting nice and getting lighter. It's getting warmer. It feels great. Feels really happy right now. So we have a Thai food stand right there, and I'm not gonna move from here, man. I'm gonna go check it out. They have some boba tea with those little bubbles and all kinds of varieties. And the lady right across the street, it sells bakery. It's a bakery. So she has these beautiful breads and what looks like an apple strudel, but I'll talk to her in a little bit. I just want to share with you what I did this weekend, Ty. You have a minute for hearing something cool?
I'm not wearing a watch, so go for it.
So we went to the Buckley Air Force Base with my Future Pathways summer camp. Mr. Commander Craig Bettis, which is our boss of the police station here. He have a really good friend, which is the commander, and he connect my Future Pathways with this opportunity. And we take about 33 kids to the Air Force Base, and they put us right there on the landing of the jets, and we saw F-16s. We were right next to F-16s. They flew right above our heads. It was the coolest thing, man. We were playing Danger Zone. We were feeling like Tom Cruise. It was so cool. So the kids experienced the National Guard. They saw the K-9s. They also talk about opportunities and careers with the military as a positive pathway for their future. And it was just a unique experience. I learned so much about that. We were just joking. We had a trivia going on. And as you drive through Aurora, you see these big round things that look like those are the K-9s right there. They were attacking the guy. It was so cool. So well-behaved dogs.
Wow.
So you do the wrong move, right? Of course. And then we were looking at how they work on the engines. Those are the balls. We were having trivia. Number one, are those golf ball factories? Are they radars, or they sell golf equipment inside? So what do you
am I supposed to answer that? Am I supposed to
so.
choose from that selection?
Yes, can you?
I'll choose B, the second one.
Yeah, you are right. It's a missile. Those are the first guys to detect anything coming in, and they have those F-16s ready to respond at any time. They have like the firefighters. They have these sections and is always on call and ready to go, and they can put a jet in about 60 seconds. It's crazy. They run the alarms, they gear up, they're on the jets, and they can be in really anywhere in North America in about 7 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Those things move. They were flying right above us and turn and doing some crazy things. The kids were just dropping their jaws. Such a cool experience. And at my Future Pathways right now, if you guys go to our webpage and hit support us, you can do a little small donation, because right now for the whole all the way through the month of August to September 1st, we're gonna have a matching campaign. Our founder and donor Ron Davis give us $1.5 million to match every single dollar that come in. So if you donate $1 for My Future Pathway, which is a local nonprofit to support local students and first generation students on their dream to go and achieve a career. We do mentoring, tutoring, wellness. We expose them to this opportunity gap so they learn stuff. We're going to be taking kids to Bravo as well. It's going to be really nice to expose our youth to music and art and all these opportunities. And so you can donate $1 and Ron will match another $1. So if you go to our webpage and go to support us, that's a really good way to show some love to some of the local kids. And man, we're having a good time. This Wednesday, we're going to go watch baseball. We're going to go to see the Rockies. We got 60 tickets donated by the Rockies Foundation. How cool is that?
That's very cool, Brazzo. And with My Future Pathways, and you're mentioning that these are available for the kids. What's the age range for Future Pathways kids, to qualify for this? And how do you get a kid involved with My Future Pathways?
So middle school all the way to college. So we start at 6th grade and we, stay with the kids, with the youth, and support them all the way, every step of the way, through academic tutoring, through mentoring, through all these opportunities. And so they start doing some career exploration, and then we send them to college. So how you can do it, you can check our webpage. We put the current programs that they are available right now, or every season and every time. Or you can stop at the youth center, which is located at the Edwards Plaza, right by Alpine Bank and Marcos Pizza. It's 69 Edwards Road. So you guys can stop there and check the webpage. Our phone numbers and emails are there. So we're happy to answer any questions. And this is an amazing community that support the youth in many ways. So and not only youth, but the whole community. So very happy to live in this generous place for sure.
Wonderful opportunity. I thank you very much for sharing. myfuturepathways.org. Thank you very much, Brazzo. I learned something today, too, about this. What a wonderful experience and opportunities out there waiting for you. And if you'd care to help and support My Future Pathways, you can do so by visiting that website. And more details can be found there to get your child involved. All right, let's take a look at the weather where Brazzo is standing at Vail Village. The sun is out. And with Brazzo, the guns are out. He shed a layer out there, but he's standing in the sun, taking advantage of that. Look at you. Flexing. Give me 10. Just kidding. And I mean $10 because I'm coming to the farmer's market today. But before I do so, I'm going to check the weather and shed these layers. Let's take a look at the weather also for you. Sunshine in the forecast? Yes. Wind speed, finding that out there, looking outside of the Vail Daily Live studios. And what rate of speed are we looking at? Yesterday, we were hitting areas of 6, 7, and it looks like we're there again. But today looks like the clearer sky conditions. Yesterday's forecast called for showers between 4 and 5 p.m., and it rolled on in, and it felt really good, and it moved on out so that the Gypsum Days events and concerts and shows could just take off like nothing else and become a wonderful time. And today, we're looking for temperatures to hold in the 80s again, up and down the valley. Now, remember, hydrate often. Pay attention to your groups. When you're out on the trails or all your activities, take the breather if you need to, slow down the exertion. When you do so, look around and take in all the beauty and just say, wow, look at where we are. And then do it again tomorrow. So let's take a look tomorrow, Monday. Picking up the 80s in the sun once again, clear skies throughout the days. Chances of precipitation are at 8%. Perspiration, if you're outside exerting yourself, 90%, maybe 100%. Some sweat will be inside of there. Pulling in chances of showers increasing by our Tuesday, Wednesday, 45%, increasing above 50% by the time Wednesday gets here. But temperatures will also start to dip into the lower 70s. Love that feeling. It also makes for a great night's sleep. This weather is brought to you by the outlets of Silverthorne. And their tagline here, elevated savings. And the jacket that I'm wearing is from the outlets of Silverthorne. So why don't you make your way over there? And don't forget to get your initial 15% off discount from any of the retail locations just by asking for it. But as soon as you walk into the store, they kind of mention it to you first, too. All right, you're watching Vail Daily Live. We'll be right back.
Have you ever felt rug love? Shop at Rugs Benedict and find the rug you love for any room in your home. Our selection of imported, handmade rugs is unmatched, with over 1,000 beautiful area rugs in stock. You can find rugs to fit any room at any budget. Rugs Benedict in Avon has been serving the Vail Valley since 1972. Finding beautiful new area rugs has never been this easy and affordable. Because at Rugs Benedict, we know rugs.
We're for the fashion forward and budget minded. We've got the brands that set you apart, the style to make you stand out, the looks that let you shine. We are for the dreamers, the doers, and the savers. Outlets at Silverthorne. Elevate your savings. Save up to 70% on the best designer brands. Visit outletsatsilverthorne.com for current sales and events.
Welcome back to Vail Daily Live. Ty Diaz with you in the studio, and it's a beautiful day out there. So many options to choose from. What are you going to choose? Well, before we do that, let's hear what you chose in the past that you shared with us on our Instagram page. Hashtag Vail Daily Live. If you give us permission and you would care to share with us what you discover at events around town, or on your hikes or your trails, or your adventures on the river, floating or fly fishing. Here, let's take a look. Yesterday, we had the opportunity to speak with Heidi Bintz, and she was in Beaver Creek with Brazzo. One of the first things she mentioned leaving her home in Wild Ridge to Beaver Creek, rainbows. And there was a lot of rainbows to take in yesterday. Here's a submission that we're finding of a huge rainbow. I was picked up yesterday. I did a catering event over at Vail, picked up at around 5:30-ish. It was a late start to getting out there, but on the drive into Vail, massive rainbow from the Avon pointing east into Vail and Vail proper and West Vail area. And so yesterday was the day to capture that rainbow. If you saw one and if you took a picture of one, I mean, did you stop to notice? Yeah, always stop to notice. We look forward to seeing your submissions by going to Instagram if you utilize social media and adding hashtag Vail Daily Live to your submission. There's some other pictures that we have for you, and we love to see nature, but we love to see your pets too. Sometimes I want to have fun and say, let's do a viewer interactive and show a photo and then get from you in our chat box on Vail Daily Live, YouTube or Facebook, and you tell us what you think you see happening in this image. So in the background, we can see some haze in the air, some skies, mountains off in the distance. As we pull closer to the up close frame, we're going to pick up some of the tree lines. A really good line follow here for that photography side. So thank you for that submission. And then we find a person and their pet in the photo. But is it their pet, or did we find a roaming dog through the neighborhood? And is that photo saying, could this be your dog? I don't know. It's good to have fun with photographs, and you can send them to us again on Instagram or on our viewer submissions on VailDailyLive.com. Hashtag Vail Daily Live. We look forward to hearing from you. A picture's worth 1,000 words. Okay, so what are we doing now? You held something up, Rachel. I didn't see. All right, let's talk about more events, getting you outside. I'm looking at I-70 right now, picking up some movement, not heavy traffic as when the weekend begins, but thinning out at this point of a Sunday, or maybe people are sleeping in. But if you're down in Eagle or making your way there today, yoga in the park. Can you believe where we are past the halfway point in the month of July? There it is, the 18th. Yoga in the park is a good way to start your morning. And that looks like the Lundgren Theater where that's taking place. And if you would care to be a part of events like Yoga in the Park down there, there's the website that you can check in with us is yogaandbeats.com. So I imagine that there's a DJ down there for yoga in the park. Moving through the week, we do have the return of the Eagle County Fair and Rodeo. This is a fun event, and Ken Hovey often talks with the 4-H kids and shares with us what goes on in a rodeo. Have you ever been to a rodeo before? Did you come here to check out your very first one? Well, you're just in time. Happens July 21st through the 24th. Tickets are available for the Eagle County Fair and Rodeo at eaglecounty.us. Fair and Rodeo. We used to host a rodeo series here in Avon. My first rodeos ever was the Beaver Creek Rodeo Series, which has now since disbanded and no longer taking place. But there you can catch mutton busting and some roping and the rodeo clowns and the opening processions are also filled with the Beaver Creek Rodeo Princess and Queen. And here's Ken Hovey sharing with you a little bit more about the Eagle County Fair and Rodeo.
Yeehaw! Hello everyone, Ken Hovey down here at the Eagle County Fairgrounds, and surprising to me, Natalie and Aubrey are with me, and they're actually nervous about this. Good morning. Good to see you. And I say nervous because this is the Queen and the Princess. These are real rodeo girls, and I'm just kind of shocked that a camera would make you nervous. I mean, you girls do it all. Congratulations, first of all.
Thank you.
On being the Princess and the Queen. What does it take to become... Well, let's start with, we'll go to Princess first. What does it take to become the Princess for the Eagle County Fair and Rodeo?
So we have tryouts that we go through, and that requires like a speech and then horsemanship, and yeah, that's about it.
Yeah,
and
that's,
then,
well, you say horsemanship, you know, this isn't just going and riding a horse. There are different calibers of it. What types of things do you do when you're out there riding to show that you're qualified to have the title of Princess?
So we ride our horses with respect, and when we go, we'll run our flags, which are our sponsors around the arena, and yeah, so we do that as royalty.
That's my favorite, by the way.
Okay.
I love watching you guys just like come tearing through, flags are flying. You know, they're usually playing God Bless America and crowds going crazy. It's so fun to watch you, and I know our community is so proud to have you as representatives. Now, you two are sisters, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And you are the Queen. Is there any rivalry over this, or just a lot of encouragement?
Just, I mean, it's been pretty fun. I mean, usually it's kind of rare to see like sisters doing this, but it's been a really fun 2 years, and just excited to be able to do this again this year.
This is a legacy, because I've known a couple of sisters over the years that have had this title, and what I love about it is how the younger cowgirls and cowboys, they look up to you. Like, I'll see you even, you know, signing autographs and whatnot. What does that mean to you?
It is. I mean, it's super fun. When I was younger, I always was just, that was something I've always wanted to do. I was like 4 years old at my first rodeo. I was like, I want to do that one day, and now I get to do that and be that for somebody else, which is just super fun.
That's a great way to understand, like, you are an ambassador, not just to the rodeo, but to Eagle County, and you guys look fantastic. You get to wear these great outfits. I love your buckles, by the way. You actually have the Princess and Queen buckles on, and you have to earn those. You can't just go out and buy a buckle like that. Like, it's like winning a rodeo. Now, the rodeos, we're coming back down here on Friday nights every week, and then of course we have the Eagle County Fair and Rodeo that's going to be coming up. A little bit more pressure on you during these times?
Yeah, I mean, it gets a little busier. I guess the Friday rodeos, we're gonna go to that tonight, and then I think we're gonna start running flags at those to just get our horses ready for the big rodeo, you know. And then
I was gonna say, these are not your horses. All right, these are ones that have been down here. You know, we've had the fire. These are just being held down here to make sure while things clear. But tell us about your horses.
We've got a few horses, but the horses we use for rodeo, we got. I've got my rodeo horse. Her name's Nellie. She's been doing this forever.
What's her specialty, would you say? She's great at one thing.
She was a barrel horse.
Ooh.
She's kind of older now, so we don't really do that on her, but I mean, really we just use her for this kind of stuff. But yeah.
Now, do both of you girls barrel race as well?
No, not really. I mean, every once in a while we'll
get out there and
do a little bit.
Because that makes me nervous, barrel racing.
Yeah, it's a lot to take.
It's fast. Now, what do you think about the rodeo itself? I mean, there's so much excitement around it. What are your favorite events to watch?
I mean, my favorite is definitely the timed events. I love the roping and the team roping and the tie down, and that's my favorite. The rough stock's pretty cool to watch too.
I mean, I just love everything about the sport.
Yeah, it's fun. I love watching the grandstands fill up and
Oh,
kids
yeah.
having a good time and just everything, the cotton candy and people up there just enjoying Eagle County at its finest. As we move forward through the summer, what other things do you like to do? Like, what is some of your other favorite things to do?
So we show animals at fair, and we'll show the horses as well. And so we do lamb, and then I do chicken and horses.
What goes into showing chickens? I need to understand this.
That's it's something else. I definitely do it just like for like the college that I'm planning to go to and fundraise and stuff.
Well, as you say, 4-H is big in this too. You get a lot of the 4-H
Oh,
kids
yeah.
that come down.
Yeah.
Well, as you had mentioned, and in closing, I'd love to have a comment from both of you. You mentioned the little ones, how they look up to you and how you used to look up to them. What advice do you have for an aspiring cowgirl or cowboy?
I think if I could give anyone any advice, it's just that, go, if there's something you want to do, go for it. Don't wait for tomorrow. Just do what you want to do, because it'll happen if you set your mind to it.
That is great advice, even beyond rodeo. And how about for you?
Mine would pretty much be the same thing. Definitely just get out and do what you want to do, and
enjoy each
dream.
day.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you girls are living the dream. We're so proud of you as community members, and I promise you, when I see you come lapping around out there on the arena, you're going to hear it from me. Woo! Can I get a yeehaw?
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw! Awesome. Congratulations, girls. Good luck with everything coming up. For Vail Daily Live, this is Ken Hovey down here in Eagle. We'll see you out there in the arena.
Berkshire Hathaway Home Services for real estate. Where do we begin? For checklists and for wish lists. For tour after tour after tour. For is this the one? Or let's just see one more. For closing, finally closing. Your forever agent will be there for all of it. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, for you, for life.
Welcome back to Vail Daily Live. Ty Diaz here, giving you a look at the I-70 traffic on this special Sunday, Monday edition of Vail Daily Live, as we will not be broadcasting live on Monday, but giving you a look at what happens on I-70. It's usually a Sunday when the guests and the family and friends that made their way into the Vail, Beaver Creek, Avon area make that trek back east. Usually you'll find the heavier traffic heading back there, but it's always asked and posed us locals from our friends, should we leave yet? It's Sunday, and what time is best to avoid the traffic? Well, as you can see this morning, no traffic. Now is good, but what about breakfast? What about the farmer's market? Well, you're going to see that traffic pick up, and then you're going to find parking congest, and you'll find parking on the road over at Vail and the Vail Farmer's Market. That's where Brazzo is hanging out. We'll be checking back in with him here pretty soon. But notice right there how that sun is significantly out and hitting that lens on the cameras there above I-70 at Vail. And as you look to the right of your screen, that is the South Frontage Road and the Vail Mountain proper for the skiing and the slopes as we would know it. And if you look to the left of the screen, the camera looks to be just above Lions Ridge, Timber Ridge, and the Sandstone area. And then off in the distance to that corner, just where the sun is breaking, the last chance of that bend, that's the pedestrian bridge that a lot of us know so well. And that bridge has been there for such a long time. And it just allows you to cross the highway from the resident side to the village side. And once you make it to the village side today, you'll be able to find live music in Lions Head, which is to the right of that screen like we're sharing with you, that plaza and live music and the Vail Farmers Market going on. You could also enjoy your trek either in the car to the farmers market by parking a Lions Head, best chance for parking before Vail Village, and doing a hike from the top of Gondola 19 through Fireweed Trail, nice little 20-minute hike, to Gondola 1, make your way down to the village. Now you're at the farmers market, and if you time it right, you can take the gondola back up and cross back over to Lions Head where you parked, and then there you go, and you can just avoid most of that traffic, but take in everything that Vail has to offer. Speaking of taking in everything Vail has to offer, the sun is out, maybe some shopping is on your mind, and with that sunshine and out, how about looking at the lens of the day brought to you by Eyepieces, the art of vision. And the lens that I chose for today is called the Evo Zero Blade. You can find an Eyepieces location in Edwards, in Lions Head, in Beaver Creek, in Vail Village, in more than one location. This particular lens, as I hold it up for you, is a lightweight sport shield. It has a prism road lens. Notice how it wraps around. This is great for if you're on your bike or if you're on some type of pedal assist or longboarding or something that creates a lot of wind around the lens. It protects you on the sidelines there. This is ideal for bright conditions on an open road, great for biking, running, and driving. And again, this is coming from Eyepieces. It's known as the Evo Zero Blade. And this is Oakley, their brand as well, found at any of the Eyepieces location. And Eyepieces, they're known for their technology on the lens side. You can get prescriptions done for your goggles for winter and or for your eyewear anytime for your corrective visions. And they have a pretty good turnaround time. And usually with Eyepieces, the technology found in their frameworks, pretty durable stuff. So you can find out more about Eyepieces and their technology and their lenses and their offerings. And we'll recognize you wearing Eyepieces when you're walking around the village, especially if you're looking for Brazzo. He's over in Vail right now. Brazzo, how are things developing over there? Man, I've been to Vail Village. I've been there when the farmers market's developing, but they must really like you because the farmers market, they are out there in full strength right now.
Oh, it's great. It's great. And the weather is amazing. When we were talking early, I think we hit it in the nail, right? Good weather today. Easy to see, blue skies. The weather is coming to you guys from Carrots. Carrots from Dan Thelin. He's been creating heirlooms since 1970s. It's an amazing shop. It's right down the street next to Latour. Beautiful jewelry. And the weather, they just ordered perfect weather for today for everybody, for the market. So we have mid 70s on the high, a little, I think we'll be touching the 80s. I feel it. My phone is very smart, but but this skin kind of knows it's gonna get into mid 80s or higher. I think it's gonna be a beautiful warm weather. And I'm here at the market, Ty, and I want to show you a few little things. I just start talking. Long time ago, I got these salt and pepper shakers, and they are fantastic. And since then, everybody compliments the salt and pepper. And I just discovered Maria Di Simone here. I'm hanging out with her. She's setting it up. I'm bothering her. And Kaya, and I very creative. And I'm sorry, what was your name? And Gabi, they're setting it up their stage. Happy people. I know. I met Kaya. He's going to CSU, as you can see on the hat. He just graduated, and I'm very creative, so I'm gonna call him Kaya. Okay. So Maria, tell us a little bit about your salt and pepper shakers. These things are cool.
Okay, so they're innovative in that they're thumb operated. They don't have batteries, which is fantastic for the environment. And they've just been newly upgraded, so they're even easier to use. Just this past year, while we were in lockdown, I decided to put my efforts toward making them easier to use. So you take the milk, give it one shake, and start grinding.
My mom wouldn't steal mine. She just got home and she saw it from in my table yesterday. So I was happy to see it because my mom is like, "Can I take it?" And I'm like, "No, Mom, you cannot take it." But now maybe.
No, she's going to get a brand new set, which
All right,
is easier
perfect.
to use.
Even better.
Awesome.
So that's one of the awesomeness, and you can see here at the market. You can come in here and meet Maria, meet Kaya, get some salt and pepper shakers. Do you also sell salt?
We do actually. In fact, we have a whole line of spicy salts. This year, we're offering the second hottest pepper salt in the world.
Hottest pepper salt.
The second hottest pepper mixed with a flake salt, so you can deliver to anything, whether it be vegetables, eggs, even chocolate ice cream. So I tell people, get a little adventurous. Put it on your popcorn, put it on your chocolate ice cream. And we also have truffle salt. If you want to make at home your own truffle salts or truffle fries, all you need is this salt. It's fantastic.
So cool. Ty, you thought today you're going to be talking about salt and all these awesome variations of it. I didn't know about none of this existed.
Yeah, so stop by the booth and give it a try. We challenge you to try that second hottest pepper in the world.
All right. I want to see Kaya try it. You need to get ready for college. No?
Brazzo, thank you very much. I've been to that tent before. I think I was just at the farmer's market about 2 weeks ago, and I think they had not just salt and pepper, but like you're mentioning, some peppers. I think they had one that had like a sriracha pepper type of
they do have the
a shaker in there. That one got my attention.
Yeah, they do have a sriracha salad. She was telling me about it. They have a bottle of sriracha, and I was asking, what are you doing there? And she told me about that one. You have the tea, you have the schnitzels. Joe Dallas is setting up here with some, you know where I'm hanging out, Ty. Right.
Brazzo, I do know where you're hanging out. If you pan a little further back to where the bus shelter is behind you over there, coming down the stairs, that's where you'll find Hooked, and they feature paella with 2 huge grills out there. They've changed locations from their historical locations of the farmer's market, which was back where your buddy would be. And there you'll find steaks being sold from Hooked inside of their trailer there, but you can also find fresh fish. Like I mentioned, paella, the whole family's there. That would be Riley Romanin. They also are the owners of Our Farms, and his wife Valerie. There's the paella dish right there, and some old friends over there. And Riley should be walking around, or at least his wife or his son should be nearby there. That's one of my favorite spots where you can grab a nice small plate of Spanish paella, usually with some sausage and some shrimp inside of there. And you can also learn about the meat and seafood that they offer at Hooked and at Our Farms. Yeah, there's a lot of offerings there at the Vail Farmers Market. And as you can see from the wood there, everything is made very, very smoky, fresh, and delicious. Very curious location. Stop by the Vail Farmers Market today. Speaking of stopping by places, Brazzo, thank you very much for sharing with us these views. Our chat corner, I'm going to share with you, Brazzo, what people are saying. They're saying that they love the Vail Farmers Market, so people appreciate you hanging out there and letting us know how early they're starting. But they're also loving the trails that we've selected. Fireweed Trail. We're seeing someone named L.A. Lobgrass. We thank you very much for communicating with us in our chat corner there. While Brazzo continues to walk around, we have someone named Claire who loves puppies. And so, Brazzo, when you're at the farmer's market, can you not just find these irresistible puppies walking around and start talking puppy language? Oh, you're so cute. When you see a puppy, I laugh at myself for just even saying that every time. That's one of the many things you can find are people with their cute dogs walking around the farmer's market. And if you care to follow us along on Vail Daily Live, share with your friends how to do so. You can watch Vail Daily Live on YouTube as you're doing right now. We thank you very much, as well as following us on Facebook. Hit the like button. And if you're traveling, getting out of the valley here these next couple of weeks, going to go to Texas, going to go to another country, going to go to the beach, but you still want to feel close to home, continue to watch us on your smart devices. You can do so. At home, I tend to wake up to Vail Daily Live when I'm not on the show simply by talking to my Google Mini. Hey, Google, you play YouTube, Vail Daily Live, and it populates it on my screen for me. And maybe you have an Alexa or someone that you can automate that for you. Brazzo should have some business cards with the Vail Daily Live logo on there, and you can just get one of those from him and hit the QR code and send it with friends. And it goes instantly to your smart device. You could be anywhere, instantly goes to Vail Daily Live, or you can watch the replays on all of the services that it's available. Now, waking up in the morning, moving into the 8 o'clock hour, what cup of coffee are you on? I'm still on coffee, cup number 1 from Vail Mountain Coffee. And Trisha Swenson had the opportunity to stop by during her Dine series. Let's take a look at Trisha Swenson visiting Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea.
It's a ritual that most of us do every single day, drink coffee. We're gonna go behind the scene of the coffee bean here in Minturn. Joining us now, we have Chris Chandler, and he's the co-founder of Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea Company. And you've been brewing coffee in Minturn for almost 3 decades.
We have. We opened our first business, the Daily Grind Coffee Company, on Bridge Street in Vail in 1989. And that has sort of morphed into this amazing coffee operation that we have here.
Okay, well, tell us the process. You've got a ton of bags back there and all the bells and whistles.
Well, we source coffee from Indonesia, Africa, South America, Central America. It's shipped to us in 150-pound burlap sacks, where we take the green coffee and we simply charge our coffee roaster, and over the course of about 12 to 14 minutes, we can generate some really sophisticated, amazing flavors honoring our farmers that produce this coffee for us.
Oh yeah, definitely. And we see it going from that green bean to that dark roasted color, and you can hear it crackle.
It does. It's a little bit like popcorn. The coffee does pop as it expands, and because of our altitude, we have some pretty incredible flavors in our coffee.
Okay. Now, so we see the process, and then we also get to taste it. You have a number of ways that you brew it right here in your cafe.
Right. Our goal with the cafe was to give our customers the ultimate coffee experience, where you can taste our coffee. You could pick an Ethiopian yoga chef, Kuchera, and have it brewed 5 different ways.
Oh, wow. Okay, and then tell us about some of the other different ways.
Well, we have the Mod Bar, which is the most sophisticated pour-over system. We have the Slayer espresso machine, which is probably the best espresso machine on the marketplace. Really extracts amazing flavors. We have the siphon, which was invented actually at the turn of the century. And we also have the Chemex, a French press. And if it's a hot day and you've been riding your bike, we have it under nitro, cold.
Oh, wow. Okay, perfect. So many different ways to drink it. Then, of course, you sell it, you wholesale it to restaurants and to hotels. So lots of different ways.
Lots of different ways. Very fortunate to supply and build a business of about 350 wholesale customers from Utah to Kansas. And then we've really built up our internet business where you can order our coffee and free shipping across the country to bring a little taste of the Vail Valley.
All right, we'll come right here down in Minturn, and you can see how it's made, and you can take a taste. 7 days a week, open at 7 a.m.
Yes, that cup of coffee in the morning is fantastic, and I tend to drink mine just as the coffee is, nice and strong. Brazzo, I was talking with him yesterday. He likes coffee with a little bit of flair, but he also loves a good espresso and or cappuccino. And again, you can find Vail Mountain Coffee, 2 locations, the Minturn location where you found Trisha Swenson, and also the newest location that opened this past winter in Beaver Creek, just 1 escalator down from Centennial Chairlift and Gondola number 6. And yeah, it's really good stuff there. You can also shop for things from their shop, from Vail Mountain Coffee, to send to family and friends. If they just love Vail Mountain Coffee and they just love Vail, then send the gifts from their store as well. You can also enjoy breakfast. Are you planning on getting outside today? Brazzo is out there walking around. He had a jacket on in the shade at the beginning of the show, 7 o'clock hour. Now inside of the 8 o'clock hour, down to a t-shirt. How should you dress for today? Well, it's going to be a hot one. It's going to be a day spent in the sun. We're not looking for showers as we found in yesterday's forecast, though it could happen. The weather here in the mountains tends to play tricks on us, but the morning began in the 50s and it had plenty of sunshine even for the early start of the morning outside of our Vail Daily Live studios. If you recall me kind of sharing with you these last few days, cloudy over the trees outside of our windows, and Eagle Vail, cooler temperatures, still with a breeze, heavier traffic even for the start of the morning, looking at the interstate. But this morning, we're finding plenty of sunshine. And even where you are, if you're down in Eagle, 61 for the start of your morning. And at this hour, clear skies, some wind speed there, a bit reduced than 6 or 7 miles per hour where we were yesterday, today, and this morning. Now at 3, this is Sunday morning, your special Sunday, Monday edition of Vail Daily Live. We're going to look for temperatures making their way into the 80s, but remaining in the sunshine today. And we're looking for areas of the mid to lower 80s, and in fields, depending on where you are and what you're doing and your exertion, the 90s. But get out there and stop and take a moment to look around at how beautiful things are in these temperatures, in these sky conditions, in this clearer day. I know some of us are still suffering from symptoms of the haze that's been in the atmosphere coming from those western fires, and I know that that's why my voice is sounding kind of raspy. And our studio of one, Blake, were you experiencing any of that too? out there? Yes. I mean, so these situations are real. So hydrating and flushing out our systems as well. Don't overexert yourself out there, but certainly enjoy the weather for what it brings, but look after everyone in your group as well. This weather is brought to you by Liv Sotheby's International Realty, Colorado's leading real estate firm. Contact our Vail Valley brokerage professionals today to help you live the life you love. Speaking of the life that you love, how much do you love a farmer's market? Brazzo has been walking around all morning and doing a great job making friends and getting on-the-spot interviews. Yeah, the vendors out there, they're not prepared for us. We're not booked to talk to them. But Brazzo, this happens to me. I go to a farmer's market and I see maybe a vendor and I think to myself, wow, I didn't know that something like that could be featured at a farmer's market. What are you finding that featured at the farmer's market that's kind of different, kind of cool?
Ty, now that I have a baby girl, you know, Aisa is 4 months. Look at what it catch my, it was first food, but now look at what it catch my eye. Look at this gorgeous, how you call this? Hi, how are you? I'm Brazzo.
Hi, I'm Viola, nice to meet you.
Viola, good to meet you. So tell me a little bit about your art, your craftman, your awesomeness. Look at this.
Everything you see, it's handmade by me. A lot of quality premium materials, cashmere, lamb's wool, angoras. You see a lot of different mobiles, woodland, a lot of creatures from Colorado.
Oh.
Here.
Look at that. And those are, what are those, capes?
These are capes for runners. Yes, reversible wool capes, embellished, different sizes, different teams, Red Riding Hoods, also dolls.
Oh my God! You know, Ais is gonna have one today for sure. Look at this. Talk about cute, man. You see, I used to talk motorcycles. Now I'm talking dolls. You know, I mean, I'm softening up, man.
Look at this travel doll house.
Look at that.
Dolls to play. I can show you inside. This is absolutely treasure. Perfect for travel. It comes with one
Her bed.
doll. Or clothing removable. There's so many small pieces to play with.
Should we do headlines? Or did I already do it?
And for the boys, the backpack.
Oh, the Jetty.
Camping set with the Sasquatch character.
That is so cool.
Here's boy in the canoe with his little puppy. Teepee. Play set.
Look how beautiful. Viola, thanks for sharing. That's fantastic. So come and take a look at what you see. I keep walking and discovering things. I'm having a blast just checking things out. Ty, look at this, man. How cool.
Brazzo, you're having a lot of fun. And I love how you're saying that one minute you're talking motorcycles and the next minute you're talking dolls and toys. I guess that's all a part of parenthood and being a father, right? Yeah, you're softening up. I don't think so. You're just being the man that you are, and you're loving it. That's what I'm noticing. The farmers market's fantastic. And again, Brazzo's walking around the village, and you should get out and discover it as well. Things that you know in your mind, you think farmers markets, so you think farmers, but you find things for your home, houseware. You find things for the family, kids, and mobiles. You find artisan and crafts, tastes of whiskeys. But Brazzo, did you ride your motorcycle to do the show this morning to Vail and the farmers market?
You know, I'm gonna hold to my flippy floppies for as long as I can. So I decided to just drive so I can wear my flip flops. And I'm here with Heidi. I met her yesterday.
Hi again.
She was telling, and this is the husband that we talk about, the wine connoisseur, and they have the store. What is the name of the store?
Dude, this is Alpine Wine Design. Brad makes everything from wine barrels and wine boxes. So we're a regular at the farmers market. We have been for about, I don't know, 15 years.
It's 20 years this year. Do you know that?
Well, we've been here for 15, I think.
Wow.
I know. It went by really fast. So crazy.
So cool. Look at these decorations, these pieces for your house to hang out. I will say your helmets, but maybe your jackets or Lazy Susan. What is a Lazy Susan?
It's this on a table.
Okay.
And you load it up with different things and it turns.
Oh.
Invented by Thomas Jefferson, allegedly.
Oh, very cool. You see, we getting some history too. You know, this is awesome. Ty, we're having fun, man. I think I recommend everybody to come and hang out.
I thank you very much. This morning, this is your show. You are the top stories on Vail Daily Live at the Vail Farmers Market. We're going to check back in with you because what we're going to do right now is see what made headlines in today's Vail Daily. And if you take the opportunity right now, you can log on to vaildaily.com and check out the top stories there on the cover. Or maybe you've already left the house, kept the story live, the Vail Daily Live show live on your smart device to grab the actual physical newspaper. Here's what we're finding in this photograph. Samantha Kingsford rounds a corner during the mountain bike leg of Saturday's women's elite race of Xterra, Beaver Creek. It was a big Xterra weekend up there this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Kingsford finished first in the women's elite race, which returned to Avon and Beaver Creek after a year hiatus. Also making stories in the arts and entertainment portion of the Vail Daily, return of the New York Philharmonic. The world-renowned New York Philharmonic begins their week-long residency with Bravo. Vail this week includes 6 orchestral concerts and a chamber concert. And you can see this story on page B1 of today's Vail Daily. And in other stories, page A12, Scott Hummer, Water Commissioner of the District 58 in the Yampa River Basin, checks out a recently installed partial flume on an irrigation ditch in this August 2020 photo. Compliance with the measuring device requirements has been moving more slowly than the state engineers would like. And that story can be found on A12. Pick up today's Vail Daily or find it online. You can check out the classifieds, find out who's hosting a rummage sale. You can post jobs looking for employees or check out your horoscope and maybe even see if Sudoku's in there. I know that I've been asked about the Sudoku in today's Vail Daily. I've yet to play Sudoku, but that in comics is one of the many fun things for why picking up the newspaper is so much fun. But how about deals and sales that you can find not too far from here? Like I mentioned to you, this jacket, I found this one at the Outlets of Silverthorne. It began with 15% off when I walked into the J. Crew store. And then to find that the rack that I was hanging out at was an additional 70% off the savings. Let's take a look at more deals and sales found at the Outlets of Silverthorne.
Berkshire Hathaway Home Services for real estate. Where do we begin? For checklists and for wish lists. For tour after tour after tour. For is this the one? Or let's just see one more. For closing. Finally closing. Your forever agent will be there for all of it. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. For you, for life.
Plastic surgery isn't just about looking good, it's about feeling good. At Mangett Plastic Surgery Institute and Skincare, from the moment you walk in the door, we want you to feel confident and empowered, while our team of specialists help you find the best version of yourself. With 2 of the nation's leading plastic surgeons right here in the mountains, we have one goal: personalized care with exceptional results. Mangett Plastic Surgery Institute and Skincare. Your beauty should be effortless.
Welcome back to Vail Daily Live. My name is Ty Diaz. Thanks for hanging out with us. A 90-minute show, but sometimes we tend to go a little bit long if we're having fun, if we're out on location that incorporates a lot of activity, horseback riding, rafting, SUP on the river, a little bit of surfing. You never know what could happen with Vail Daily Live, and we're really excited to share this show with you. As we're mentioning to you, we're just about 2 months in, but tomorrow, Monday, which would be today if you're watching it tomorrow, it's a repeat of this episode, this show, while we work on some technical background things, and so we can successfully continue to bring to you this very program. Speaking of programs, Ty, what about Avon? Anything happening there? Yes, every Sunday, and it began our early part of summer. We have something known as Sunset Live, something that is kind of a unique to Avon event that is kind of a perfect venue opportunity to sit back, relax, take in a live show in Harry Nottingham Park. Yes, Mr. Bricklin, I did say it again. I don't know why I keep calling it by its full name, but there's a free concert on the backstage there where if you're on your floating device, your SUP, or sitting on the docks back there with your feet hanging in the water, getting your ankles wet, you could take in a live concert show, nice intimate setting. It's starting to catch on. It's gaining its popularity. This evening's feature is Buzz Driver, and Avon Live begins at 6 p.m., goes until about dusk, which puts you at 8:45, and it's just a wonderful time where you could bring your own picnic and, again, take in a live show. And every Sunday, they bring to you Sunset Live. I hope I'm calling it by the right name. They bring you a new featured talent, and again, like I said, it's gaining popularity. It's having a lot of fun. There's plenty of seating there for you. Notice people sitting on the docks back there. Some people kind of paddle up on their SUP, their floating device, whatever it is, and just relax, chill, and take in the sunset and the sounds of Sunset Live in Avon, and that's happening today. All right, our next move right now, you're looking for more live music, Brazzo is hanging out at Vail, and just to reiterate, Vail Jazz Festival, there's a free show tonight, not too far from where Brazzo is hanging out, Solaris location, and it's this evening we have at 6:30 Joe Smith and the Spicy Pickles. And it looks like you're back at Solaris there, Brazzo. Is that where you are? Let's get a little turnaround there.
I'm right by Carrots, the Dan Stellan's store, walking. And it's like when you travel, but let's talk weather first, because people might be just connecting, may just tuning in, checking us out. And I want to let them know, then first of all, the Avon Art Celebration is an art celebration, then have over 100 artists. Is the biggest festival ever presented in the Vail Valley, and it's presenting our weather today, which is perfect weather, just perfect weather. Mid-80s, man, you cannot order, better weather than today. It's just gorgeous. I gotta lose my jeans in a second. Not gonna go do it in public, but I will jump in shorts because this is just amazing today. It feels great, and we're gonna be mid-80s. All day, no one cloud in the sky. It's just a beautiful Colorado day. And Ty, when you travel, you follow what the people is eating. It's good when the people is eating. Right now, check this place. These guys, we're not even open yet, and these guys just had a line. Look at all this beautiful bread and all these amazing pastries. I'm sorry, people, but I'm waking you up with the right color, and if you couldn't smell it, you will be here in a second. Look at these quiches. We were thinking about taking breakfast with the family, but I think I'm just gonna wake them up and bring them here. That's kind of my plan now. I'm changing on the go. So how are you doing, sir?
Good.
Are you the baker? Are you the baker?
No, I'm the owner.
You're the
And
owner.
a little bit the baker.
A little bit the baker. So where you guys are located?
Down in Lakewood.
Lakewood. Oh,
Yeah.
you guys are having a
Denver
good
area.
drive. Beautiful.
Yeah, we do 30 farmer markets a week throughout the state and up in Wyoming.
Oh, wow. Very nice. And where's that awesome accent from?
Austria.
Austria.
Awesome.
Awesome. I love the Lipizzaners.
Yep.
I've always been a fan of those horses. So, hey, man, how are you, brother? Yeah, very good. Very good. We are the Vail Daily Live. So, amazing. Come over and check it out. You see, I'm sorry that I'm making everybody drool in their pants, but this is fun, and I turn every corner I turn is some magic in it. So
You're
cool.
absolutely right, Brazzo. It is fun going to the farmer's market. I usually show up on my longboard, but you'll also find a lot of physical activity going on. I mean, once the crowds develop, certainly pay attention to the signs that tell you that you're in a dismount zone, but people are biking while they're out there, longboarding, like I mentioned, jogging, or just curiously walking around. And you've got the best advantage right now. If the farmer's market is going and buzzing and you can make purchases right now, you're there before the crowds and before the lines become super long. But tasting everything, trying everything,
coming out. The
it's
smoke's coming
fantastic
out
there.
Yes. Absolutely. The smoke is coming out on the back, but I'm going to have to come later because the guys on the paella, you started. I didn't know about the paella. You told me about the paella. Now I'm going to have to bring the family, get some pastry, and walk a lot so we can make an appetite for lunch.
If you are a chef, you could find some sharp knives being sold around the corner, where you can find your savings and deals on knives purchased at the farmer's market. Then from the supplier, the brand name that's available there, purchasing it online, you get your deals at the farmer's market on a lot of the top products that you see before you consider finding them online or shopping direct at their store. Palisade peaches are normally a big one. You can find wine there, like I mentioned. You can find cool pet things. I normally look for that store that has, I think it's called Oseki or something like that. They have like socks with the Colorado colors all the way up the legs. Now you're finding gifts to send to family and friends. And around the corner, there's another family that has Vail steaks right there to your right. Are they there right now? It's a mother and son where that white SUV is. A lot to discover at the Vail Farmers Market. You should make your way there today. There's plenty to offer for you. Plus, just having a good time and enjoying live jazz, like I was sharing with you at the opening of this conversation with Brazzo. And again, 6:30, Joe Smith and the Spicy Pickles. You also have the Colorado Student Band Showcase and plenty more. You can find more about the Vail Farmers Market and Vail Jazz Festival, their lineup, by visiting vailjazz.org. Brazzo, you enjoy yourself.
Thank you.
What are we doing next, Rachel?
I keep looking.
All right, so we're going to make some moves right now and check out some other locations. This one is about Squash Blossom.
Hi, I'm Hillary with Squash Blossom Vail, and today I'm going to talk about how to layer and stack your rings and bracelets. It may seem like a simple thing, but honestly, we get so many questions of, can I mix my metals? Do I have to use the same designer? Like, what are the do's and don'ts about it? And what I like to say is jewelry is fun, and you should have fun with making your stack or your necklace. So for example, today I have Alex Sepkis, Sarah Graham, I have my engagement wedding band, some Penny Preville, and some things that you should know is find things that are special to you and that have meaning. And I definitely think that you can mix rose gold, yellow gold, white gold, platinum, whatever the metal is, play with it, and it should be fun, because that's what we're in the business of, fun. So that's kind of the stacking. I will say on stacking, you can start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course, my rule, which I tell my husband all the time, more is better. Why? Because who doesn't want more jewelry? And more importantly, every time I look at these rings, I remember an anniversary or a special occasion, and it reminds me of, hey, this ring reminds me of my son Nolan. When he was born, I got this piece. So that's kind of the ring situation. I definitely think you can play with it and have fun. Now on the necklace, you can see this is kind of a huge neck mess. I get a lot of questions. Does it tangle? What are the different links? How do I make it work? And what I like to say is I would really kind of start off with like a 14.5, which you can see I have this ruby necklace I never take off. It reminds me of just, Kevin and I were on a trip. And so rubies are the stone of love, so I never take it off. Then I have this Irene Neuwirth heart opal that I love, that's all hand cut, and my birthstone is opal. So I started with that, and that's probably 16 inches. And then I went with the Melissa Kay, that is another 16 to 18 inches, and then you just play with it. So I like to say a 14, a 16, an 18, and then here I have this amazing Gurhan piece, such an evil eye, and this is a 24 inch, and then this awesome ferrule necklace. So I think as long as you have different links and you can mix the metals, I have this enamel yellow, and I have a ruby with the stones and different coloration. You, again, just play and have fun with it. Okay, final one, bracelet. Lots of questions. Everybody always asks me, man, your wrist, like how long does this take you to get dressed in the morning? Actually, not as long as you think, but again, it's just having fun. Like you can mix a $1,000 bangle with a $20 bracelet my son made that he gave me that I always wear. And then I have this awesome Love Is project. So I think you can mix bangles And then this is another really cool piece. This is a Sepkus opal. And then we also sell these Carolina Bucci bracelets that are tie-on. And then I also have a Native American Hishi bracelet. So I think, again, you see I have a steel watch with a yellow gold, with a handmade chain with silk, with some stones, with opals, and then also yellow gold. So I think you can mix and match and literally have fun, because that's what we're in the business of. Come visit us in Vail Village or shop online at squashblossomvail.com.
I want to say thank you very much for watching Vail Daily Live. Again, my name is Ty Diaz, and as usual, we look forward to joining and meeting right here with you. And you can do so if you want to have more friends who could enjoy a program like this, but on the interactive side, YouTube, Facebook, there's a live chat feature. Let's take a look right now. I see right here, Mark Bricklin is asking me, because I always say Harry A. Nottingham Park. Mark Bricklin is asking me what the A stands for in Harry A. Nottingham Park. Fortunately for our studio of one joining us today, Blake is here. We're looking it up online, and one guess is that the A in Harry A. Nottingham Park could be the middle name initial for Harry Nottingham. But then the other added, Mark, if you don't mind, could be Harry Nottingham's wife's name, Angelina. Is that correct? So maybe that could be right. We'll continue to look up answers like that. Also, thank you very much, Rodney Travis, for chiming in. He loves the feature that we did at the farmers market with Brazzo, and he's saying that the strudel booth looks delicious. So what will you find today while you're out there at today's farmers market? You can pretty much fit almost everything in while you're out there. And Mark Bricklin, I did promise you that I would say this for your wife. She loves to hear it. Shemon. Our conversations are current. Now back to conversations with Brazzo. What does the temperature feel like where you are? There's the runners. There's the puppies. Oh, they're so cute. Turn around, Brazzo. Let's get that little guy. Right there, right there.
Yeah. Now. Hi, how are you? Look at this puppy dog. Mighty Max.
Puppy Cam. So cute.
He's gonna do a
so
trick.
Cute.
He's gonna do a trick. He's gonna do a trick.
Yes.
Hi, buddy.
One of the many reasons to go to the farmer's market, Brazzo, is to see the cute doggies.
Yeah, you were just saying it. Look at that. Look at this guy. Yeah.
I love it. So
yeah,
cute.
Max. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we keep discovering, man. Having a great time here. I'm here with the Walking Mountain Center, another local nonprofit that help maintain everything beautiful, everything. You tell me about it. What does Walking Mountains do?
Yeah, our mission is to awaken a sense of wonder and inspire environmental stewardship and sustainability through natural science education. So we do a lot of education for kids, adults. We do a lot of nature walks and nature programs just to help people care more about the environment and the world around them.
That is awesome. I was just telling them that they took my Future Pathways kids to do a full moon hike around your center, which is in Avon, right?
Yes, right. Avon.
And people can go and visit your center? Or?
Yeah, for sure. We got 3 different centers. One's located in Avon. Another is Vail Nature Center by the Betty Ford Alpine Gardens. And we have another one on top of Vail Mountain, up Gondola 19. It's the Nature Discovery Center. So people are more than welcome to visit there. We do hikes. It's a great view up there.
Awesome. And then here you can have all the books that you need if you want to look some birds, if you're going to do some hiking trails, some biking trails, all the stuff. You can come here and talk to this awesome crew, and they know a lot about nature, and they helping us keeping this place as beautiful as it is. We're here, checking blossoms.
Brazzo, I thank you very much for the showcase at the farmers market. And if you're anything like me, sometimes you think when you go to events like these, like the farmers market, that it's time to go, and it's really hard to pull ourselves away. But for the sake of the show, we have to, so that some of us can get to the farmers market. Brazzo, you enjoy the day, and to the viewers, thank you very much for watching Vail Daily Live, the special Monday edition. We will see you Tuesday, but until then, you can catch the replay on VailDailyLive.com, Facebook, and YouTube. Enjoy today. Thank you for watching.